Alright, so on this lesson we're going to be talking about the midsegment of a triangle. Here I've sketched out triangle ABC. I've shown midpoint M for segment AB. I've shown midpoint N for segment AC. When you connect them, MN would be what's called a midsegment. So we'll make a quick note right here. Segment MN is a midsegment for this triangle. Now, there's two relationships that you've got to worry about when you know that you've got a midsegment on your hands. One of them, MN, is going to be parallel to segment BC. The other one is that MN is always going to be half of the measure of BC. Or you can always use the equation, you can double MN to equal BC. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at a few examples. All right, so on this problem, we're finding three different measures, and we are told that H, J, and K are all midpoints. So because of that, we know that KJ is a midsegment, HJ is a midsegment, and HK is a midsegment. So we'll be able to make three relationships out of that. We're going to be finding the measures of HJ, JK, and FG on this problem. So let's go ahead and get started. HJ. All right, so for HJ, what it's going to do is it's going to equal half of EG. Now, how I know that is that EG is the side that HJ does not intersect. So EG is what HJ is going to be half of. Now that I know that, I can simply substitute 100 in for EG, because that's what the diagram told me EG was. So half of 100 is 50. There's one of my three answers right there. Okay, moving right into now JK. JK is displayed right here. I don't know how long it is, but I'm trying to compare it to EF because that's the side of the triangle it does not intersect. So I know that JK is going to equal half of EF. Again, the side of the triangle that it does not intersect. Now I know how long EF is, which is 60. So JK is going to equal half of 60, which is going to be 30. So JK is equal to 30. Now, moving on to the last one, it is different. To find FG, I'm going to be comparing it to HK, the midsegment associated with it. The difference here is that you're going to want to consider that FG is going to be double HK. All right, now how I know to do that is because I'm given the midsegment in this situation. Now it's the same equation as if I had said HK is equal to half of FG. I just multiplied both sides by 2 in order to get that. So if you feel more comfortable working with this, that's totally fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take HK and I'm going to be replacing it with 40. So FG is equal to 2 times 40. 2 times 40 will be 80. So basically, when you're finding measures, you're either going to be taking half of one measure or you're going to be doubling a measure, depending on which one you're after. All right, on my second example, I am told that A, B, and C are all midpoints for this triangle. We're going to name the pair of parallel segments. Basically, there would be three pairs of parallel segments. Let's go ahead and start with one of the midsegments. I'm going to start with midsegment AB. So, segment AB is parallel to what segment? Well, when you look at this diagram, AB does not intersect segment DF. So that is the segment it would be parallel to. Now, that was by using midsegment theorem, by the way. There would be another two pairs here, and you probably already know what they are. AC is another midsegment, so it's going to be parallel. Segment AC is parallel to segment, and if you're a little lost here, the two vertical lines indicate parallel. AC would be parallel to segment EF. Again, the side of the triangle that the midsegment is not intersecting. The only midsegment I have not mentioned so far is segment BC. So segment BC is parallel to segment, and the side of the triangle it does not intersect is ED. There's my three pairs of parallel segments for this figure. All right, so I'm going to be doing two of these problems to find the value of x. A little bit trickier, but really just kind of more of the same. Now, number two is one of the problems I'm going to do. I see that this is indeed a mid-segment that they've written 5x for. I see that this is 70. My rule is I just always double the mid-segment to equal the side it's not intersecting. So it's as simple as saying, all right, I'm going to double the 5x to equal the 70. Once I've done that, now I just got to solve this equation in order to find the value of x. So 2 times 5x is 10x. And then I'm just going to divide by 10 on both sides. X equals 7. Now, the only thing to watch out for is your instructions. If your instructions say to find the measure of a side, you will need to substitute that value of x back in. But as of right now, this is really good. All right, I was also going to show number 6 on this assignment list. This is not what you're going to be assigned. This is a different set of problems. But I figured these were pretty good examples to be showing. All right, so on problem number 6, the mid-segment is the 4. The segment that it's parallel to will be the 5x minus 2. So what I need to do is I need to double the 4 to equal it to 5x minus 2. So 5x minus 2 will equal 2 times 4. Or I could have flip-flopped that. 2 times 4 equals 5x minus 2. Regardless, the 4 is what needs to be doubled because that is your mid-segment. So 5x minus 2 would equal 8. Then I'm going to add 2. So 5x is equal to 10. And divide by 5, x is equal to 2. And that wraps that problem. All right, and this is my very last one we'll show, but I did want to kind of show one where it's a little bit different. On number 4, what I'm going to double is the x minus 1, because that is the mid-segment of the triangle, and that's now going to equal 45. Now, the only reason why I wanted to show this one is I just wanted to remind you, don't forget to use distributive property. So 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 1 is minus 2. So now we've got a pretty straightforward equation to solve. So 2x will equal 47 after I add 2 to both sides, and then divide by 2. X is equal to, and that ends up being 23.5. All right, that wraps my lesson for today. Please complete the work and submit it to me. And let me know if you got any questions or comments. Thank you.